Hey, what's up, guys? It is excuse me. So it's Monday night. It's March 6th, I think. Check. Yes. So a couple things. First off, I have new glasses. I actually got two pairs. I'm trying out this one right now. Uh, Here, I can get out the other one real quick. Just instead of these, we've got this, and I don't know. Right now, I'm liking the blue ones more, but these are starting to kind of grow on me as well, the brown ones. Uh, we'll see about that. Anyway, and I got those the other day. I also discovered uh, an Indian food place. One of my friends is she's half Indian. Her mom's from India, and she was telling me recently, or has been telling me, how upset she was that she can't find any Japanese food, Indian food here in Japan that's good enough for her, and I've never had any before at all. When I went to go get the glasses, I got ramen for lunch afterwards. But right next to the ramen place was, or is, an Indian food place. And they were handing out flyers, and I was like, "Oh, my friend wanted Indian food. Maybe we could go try this." So we went there. Let's see. I got the glasses. I want to say Thursday, Wednesday. No. Anyway, so I did that. Got the glasses. Went to went to the Indian food place yesterday, and it was fantastic. Oh my god! Like, where has it been my whole life? Like, wow. Uh, so I'm sure most people probably have some idea what Indian food was, but I'd never had any. The only curry I'd ever had was Japanese curry. Uh, I like Indian curry a lot better, as it turns out. And naan, I'd had naan before, but it was like really crappy, and so that was like my impression of Indian food was just like the crappy naan I'd had once. But this place is like it's really good. It's just so good. So I'm probably gonna go back there a couple of times. Uh, the other big thing, the same friend, her and I went to Osaka the other day, and I saw Osaka Castle. And I didn't take any video of that. I did take pictures. Uh, so I'll probably put those. Maybe I'll talk over the pictures. But we walked around, and we had planned to go to the zoo as well, but then Osaka Castle ended up taking a lot longer than expected, unfortunately. But we walked around the castle. It's pretty nice. The inside, excuse me. Sorry about that. The inside is. I'll get to that later. The first thing we did, getting there, she noticed that there is like the signs that there was a plum tree garden around the opposite side from where we came in. So we went and walked around that, and that was pretty nice. It's just like a giant. Do plum trees? Is it an orchard if it's plum tree as well? I'm gonna go with orchard. My brain is thinking orchard. So this is a pretty sizable plum tree orchard, and one side of it you've got the castle, and then the other side is like the moat around the castle, like a bit that overlooks that. So that was really neat. I took some pictures of that, though I can't remember if I took any of the part that overlooks the moat. So I'll check on that in a minute. Uh, excuse me. But what was I gonna say? So we did that. We walked around there, and then and this is like the I'm not painting a very good mental picture here, am I? Like the outskirts. There's the moat around the castle, and then within the moat there is just an area to walk around. There was some other stuff we didn't see. But apparently there was some other stuff on the opposite side from the plum tree orchard. We didn't do that, but there's a second like inner moat kind of thing, and we went in that and up into the castle proper, or like the grounds around the castle. Before we went in, we actually walked around the back, and there's like behind the castle. There's just some benches and like this massive overlook of Osaka, which that was pretty neat. And we just sat there and chatted for a while. And she was making fun of me the entire time that we were in Osaka, because presumably if you're watching this, you may or may not be from UNC, or know of UNC and the Charlotte area. I'm from the suburbs of Charlotte. Charlotte is the big city for me. Kyoto is a big city for me. Osaka it's too much. Like on the train ride there, we're passing by these giant apartment buildings that probably have more people in them than my entire neighborhood, and I'm like, ugh. But my friend is from London, and she's just making fun of me the entire time. She's like, "This isn't a big city at all. This is a little baby town. You're being ridiculous." And the whole time I'm just like, "It's too big. It's too much city. Put me back in the country, please." So there's that. But no, we went around the back, sat there and watched. Not watched, but like looked over the city while we were chatting a bit. We came back around. It turns out there's like a tiny shrine of some sort. I don't remember seeing any description of what it was. Just like a tiny shrine around the back of the castle. But after all that was said and done, we actually went up inside of it. Apparently, the original castle. I could be making this up. I feel like somebody said this, but now I'm not positive of my information anymore. I feel like the original castle was destroyed, and this is like the remodeled, like new one. I mean, it would certainly make sense. I mean, there's an elevator inside the thing for one thing, like straight up the middle. But the inside's basically been converted into a giant museum, and you can walk around. I don't think I took any pictures of that, and I can't recall why. I guess I was more interested in the outside. I was also getting kind of tired by that point. But the inside is, they've got like little miniature recreations of what the castle used to look like and what the area around the castle used to look like. Bits of armor, weapons from the time, paintings and like historical documents, all throughout. And once you get to the top, there is you can go out onto the, I don't know what you would call it. Well, you can go out on the outside and walk around the edge, and it's caged in, so you can't like fall or drop anything even. But then you can have a 360, no, walking around it, you can have a 360 view of Osaka from there, and I did take a lot of pictures of that. So that was pretty enjoyable. And we did that. By the time we were done with that, because I think we'd left later than we intended to, so we didn't actually get there until like 1. And it took us about 3 hours, 3 or 4, probably about 4 hours. Yeah, well, close to. By the time we'd left, by the time we'd left there, it was probably about 5. And initially we'd wanted to go to the zoo right after, but that kind of ended up not happening. So we made plans to try to see it later in the break, maybe before break's over. What else was I going to say? So yeah, after that we just came back to Kyoto, had lunch, and split off from there. But it was a good trip. And it was actually the first time I've left Kyoto since I got here. I don't really go places a lot. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's happened this week. He's discovered Indian food and saw Osaka Castle. Yeah, I've just been sitting around. A few people have already moved out, but for the most part, everybody's still here. Well, more people, I should say. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that's happened. So I will keep you updated.